Hey guys, so I'm going to start this video off basically just kind of explaining the logic behind this system. And so what we've got here is I've just drawn a little sketch of what a true trend looks like, in my opinion. If we notice, I'm going to go ahead and pull out this green color here. If we notice, a market never just goes it never just spikes up and then just stays flat. You know what I mean? A market generally, it's gonna have a strong breakout candle. There's gonna be a reversal right here. There's typically a series of at least 2 or 3 reversals before the market will continue upwards. And so what I'm trying to get at is a market never just goes straight up. There's always reversals, it seems like, because that's either people taking profits or people getting worried that the market's not going to continue to rise, so on and so forth. There's lots of reasons behind the psychology behind traders for why this happens. But basically, the point of this system is you wait for one of these pullbacks to happen. Even though the overall direction of the market is extremely bullish, you would wait for a bearish pullback, or and this works in a bear market, obviously, just vice versa. But obviously, you just wait for a pullback, and then you would try and catch these moments where the bulls try and step back in, and then you would place on binary options a trade or a call saying the market would continue to rise. Because not only would you have a strong market behind your back improving your win rate, but you would also kind of, if you know anything about me, I trade reversals. So you're essentially trading reversals of the reversals, if that makes sense. Instead of trading these points, you would be trading with the trend reversals, if that makes sense. So I'm about to jump into the actual software here, and I'm going to be honest, don't let the software blow your mind. It's going to look really complicated, but it's not that complicated. So here it is. Okay guys, before you exit this video, I know this is going to look really busy and complicated, but I promise you I can do my very best to explain this to you, and it's not that hard. It's really quite simple. And so I'm going to do my very best to break it down for you, and I'll show you in a minute. I've got literally a 6,000 word report over this system, so if you're still confused at the end of this video, I'll put the link in the description and you can check it out to further improve yourself. Okay, and so first things first, the credit goes where credit is due. This is not my system. This is from user Billy K over at binaryoptionsedge.com. If you don't know about Binary Options Edge, I would strongly recommend you guys go check it out. I'll put the link in the description. It's a website where essentially people upload their strategies, and this one is from Billy K. A few key points I want to point out from here. He is a full-time binary options trader. He supports a household of 4 or 5, I think, with this system. He's got 2 daughters, a wife, I think. I don't know if he has a son or not. But regardless, his perspective is there is no perfect system out there, and essentially you can learn almost anything out there for free. And I totally agree with that. Don't pay anybody to teach you anything when it comes to this. It's kind of funny because, eventually maybe 4 or 5 years down the road, I might release a program where I teach people, but I'm not going to charge the outrageous rates that people are charging nowadays. But let's go into the actual usage of this system. So the first thing we want to do is we want to identify the trends. If you know what exponential moving averages are, that this system just uses that. And if you don't know what they are, they're just moving averages, but the numbers are based on an exponential scale rather than a normal scale. So essentially they're very, very useful for short-term options. So these red lines, you see how there's red lines here, and then likewise there's 2 big green lines over here. Let me get the cursor out so you guys can better see. Right here there's 2 big green lines, and then right here there's 2 big red lines. This is the EMA 50 and the EMA 34. Okay. And so then the next thing I want to point out is you see how there's like a rainbow fan right here. You see how there's rainbow colors. This is just an EMA fan ranging from 3 periods to 14 periods. So essentially that's just saying that one of these lines is the EMA 3, one of these lines is the EMA 4, one of these lines is the EMA 5, and all the way up to 14. It's simple, right? All these lines right here, these are just ways to identify the trend. It's very, very simple, like I said. So the next thing I want to point out is the diamonds that are forming. The diamonds, if you are familiar with this, these are based off of a 4x4 EMA cross. And what that means is essentially an EMA cross is just, if you take 2 separate lines, for this case, it's a 4x4 EMA cross. So if you took a EMA 4 and an EMA 4, one based off the open of the period and one based off the close of the period, there are advantages to using both the open and the closes of EMAs, but essentially if both of them cross paths, then a diamond is going to form. I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible. If a diamond forms, if a red diamond forms, that means place a put. If a green diamond forms, that means place a call. As we can see, they're actually not that reliable. But when you combine them with the right scenarios in the right situations, they are your entry points, if that makes sense. Okay, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and explain the next big part. So we notice how there's the fractal indicators forming. This yellow circle here. This is a fractal, and then this green circle. This is also a fractal. Fractals essentially signify the higher highs and the lower lows. To make it simple, if you see a fractal form, if you see a red fractal form, expect that the market is going to fall shortly after. And likewise, if you see a green fractal form, that means the market is going to rise very soon. Okay, they just essentially recognize the overbought and oversold zones. Okay, and I know it's a lot coming at you, but try and stick along here. So what we've identified so far is we've got the trends as indicated by the EMAs, we've got diamonds which signify your entry points, and then we've got fractals which will tell you where the market is overbought or oversold. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a trend following system. Okay, so what you're going to want to look for whenever you use this system is you're going to want to look for a strong trend. This is what I would consider a strong bearish trend because there are a number of reasons why, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up this report. Like I said, I'm not kidding you when I say I have a 31-page report, and as you can see, I've got everything from explaining the individual indicators, how to use it, how to identify strong trends, examples, how to actually install it, back testing, and that's going to be a link in the description. If you're interested in this video, if you're interested in this system at the end of this video, check out this link and it'll explain everything you need to know. But essentially what I'm jumping into this for is I'm going to try and explain strong trends. Like I said, you want to catch the pullbacks. And so there are a number of ways you can identify strong trends. And I've got a really clean example in one of these charts. A strong trend is slow and steady. There's not like huge spikes or anything. There's not any huge candles. I'm trying to zoom in here to make it clear for y'all. But see how there's not any real huge spikes on this chart here. The trend is bearish for like 3 hours. And notice how every time after the bulls stepped in, the market eventually corrected itself and continued being bearish. That is what I consider a strong trend. And also notice how the EMAs, it's like at a 45-degree angle. And the EMA fan, right, the diamond or the rainbow colored thing, it looks like you ran a comb through it, right? It looks like it just looks very clean and very pretty. Here's another clean bearish trend, okay? And so to me, this is a strong trend. So like I said, wait for a strong trend to break out. Then the next thing I want you guys to notice, and I haven't really touched on this yet, but there's a thing at the bottom called the CCI Woody, okay? And so I'm going to jump back into my report here because I've already got some clean examples I want to show y'all. But essentially, there isn't a whole lot you need to know about the CCI Woody. Honestly, experience is going to be the best teacher for you guys. I'm not going to be able to cover everything. But basically, if we look on the CCI Woody, when we look at this example here, see how I've circled two trades here, the white circle, the two white circles. If we follow the green diamond all the way down to the CCI Woody, you'll notice that there is the blue line on the CCI Woody cross zero in a strong trending market. You see what I'm saying? See how there's a bunch of green bars, and then this blue line, it dips below the zero line and goes to the bearish zone. That means the CCI is telling you that the market is in a state of pullback. Okay, so we waited for a pullback happened, and then a green diamond formed. And so after the green diamond forms, then you would place a call for the next 5 minutes saying the market would continue to rise. Like I said, I actually deleted the page. But essentially the point of the system is you wait for a trend to break out, you wait for a pullback, and then you're trying to catch the market continuing in the direction of the trend. And so that's exactly what this does. So we can see, like I said, the trend formed, pullback happened. We were waiting on the CCI Woody for this blue line to cross the zero value. It did, and then we're waiting for a green diamond to form. And then when the green diamond forms, then you place a call at the start of the next 5-minute period. Okay? And so another example, a strong bearish trend. The market, if we look at this first example, this first white circle here, we can see that if we follow the line all the way down, the CCI, this blue line, it crossed above to the bullish side, right? It's a bearish market, so you're waiting for a bullish, the CCI to break to the bullish side. It crossed to the bullish side, and then a red diamond formed, so you'd place a put, right? Same thing on the second trade. The CCI Woody formed, it crossed to the bullish side, and then you waited for a red diamond to form. This is actually a bonus one because it bounced off the EMA 50, and there was a fractal forming. This is an extremely clean trade. And as we can see, the market plummeted afterwards. Likewise, this third trade, the almost exact same thing happened, except for this one, there were green bars forming, if that makes sense. Whenever there's green bars forming, that means that the market is it's actually planning on turning to the bullish side. Okay, guys, sorry I had to cut a little bit because my roommate just walked in. But regardless, I'm going to jump into another example here. Like I said, this strategy is very, very simple, and I'm going to try and, I know it's a lot coming at you, but try and just stick through. I'm going to show you a few more examples, but after this, I'm just basically going to release this report to you, and you can go check it out, install it, and play around with it on your own. And so likewise, here's another example. As we can see, there's a strong bullish market. If we look down here, we follow this white line down, the CCI crossed the zero value. See how it dipped down to the bearish side, and then a engulfing candle formed on the green candle. On a green diamond formed, on an engulfing candle after the CCI crossed zero. So then you would place a call, and as we can see, the market continued to rise. And likewise, here is another example. As we can see in this example, there's a pin candle followed by a confirmation candle. That's a strong candlestick pattern. The CCI crossed zero in a strong bullish market. And so then you would place a call at the start of the next period, and you would allow yourself at least 3+ candles. And as we can see, that would have been a win. And then right here, I'm not going to really go into this right now because I explain it in this report, but you wouldn't take either of these trades, mainly because the trend is fading, and there's I don't know, there's weak candlestick patterns in my opinion. Although this second trade, you might have taken it because it's an engulfing pattern. You would have won this trade, but me personally, I wouldn't have taken it because the CCI down here was just acting bizarre. And so the CCI, like I said, the CCI is Commodity Channel Index. If you don't know what that is, it's just this histogram on the bottom of the charts. And I know I'm not doing a really good job of explaining it, but like I said, I've got like 6,000 words over it explaining it in this report. I hope at the end of this video you'll check the report out, and there's a lot you can understand and a lot you can learn from it. So likewise, here's another extremely clean trend, another extremely clean setup. You'd place a call right here, and then the market skyrocketed upwards. And another example here. Actually, that's the last example, I think. Oh, actually, here's 2 more examples. Yeah, I forgot I've got 7 examples in this report, but as we can see, 2 more examples. Bullish trend, CCI crossed zero, green diamond form, place a call. Strong trend, CCI crossed zero, green diamond formed after a fractal, place a call. And like I said, this system, it's very straightforward and it's very high. Unfortunately, I don't have a win rate yet because I don't have a large enough sample size. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's winning a lot of the time. So that's just this system explained. Like I said, I'm going to release this report to you guys. In it, you'll find everything on how to install it. Right. How to install it. I'll give you. This is on the MetaTrader platform, and so I recommend everything on like how to change the server. And I tell you how to download all the custom indicators. And then I also include my contact information. But if you don't know, just email me at popebinary@gmail.com. and I'll answer any questions you have over the system if you have trouble installing it or whatever. You guys check it out. Hope you enjoy it. And so this is Pope Binary with another video. Please like and subscribe if you found any of this helpful, and I hope to see you all in the future. Catch you all in the next one.